Okay, so thank you. Thank you for being here for the exercise class. Let's start standing with feet about hip width apart and just gently bouncing with your knees. Kind of moving around a little bit from side to side. Letting the arms get a little bit bigger. Coming to stillness. Just doing big circles with your arms. It may be at shoulder height, it may be down lower. I find that my shoulders take a little bit of warming up going the other direction. So if I keep them aimed more toward the floor, I'm just using less the parts that hurt. You know, most of us have some joint or another that is kind of different than it used to be. So just finding out what you need to do to modify the movement. So we're loosening up our wrists and our arms. Loosening up our fingers. Just moving them or making big hands and fists. Loosen up our feet. You know, just kind of moving the weight from one foot to the other. Maybe lifting the foot up. Just moving the ankles. Coming to stillness with your weight on one foot and just lifting the heel of the other foot. Pressing into your toes, moving the toes a little bit, and then just moving that foot in circles, moving that ankle in circles. One way and then the other. And then doing the same thing with the other foot, lifting the heel, pressing into the toes, sort of stretching out. That's going to stretch out the bottom of the foot. The calf a little bit, and doing circles one way and then the other. And then circling the knees. And you'll feel this in your feet, your ankles, the knees, the hips a little bit, kind of slowly, and letting your feet kind of move from side to side, going in the other direction. And coming back to standing up, taking kind of a wide stance, and just sinking to one side and the other. So here we're just loosening up the hips. Getting the body sort of used to this movement. We do a lot of these kinds of movements when we're working out with Jess. We're just sort of giving the body a preview here. And coming back to stillness, moving the head up and down, side to side. Then just circling the head. It's kind of small moves. Again, we're not moving the head as far as it'll possibly go. That's not the idea here. Go in the other direction.
This is good for headaches too.
Huh?
Doing neck exercises and shoulder stretches are good for headaches too.
Ah, yeah.
Opening up the blood vessels increases the movement towards the area.
Right. And coming to stillness and then moving the shoulders back. So bringing your shoulder blades together and then moving them forward. So back and together. And even when we bring the shoulders forward, we're not hunching. We have plenty of times to do that during the day. So keeping the back straight and just moving the shoulders. And And then one shoulder at a time, forward and back. Forward and back, the other shoulder, forward and back. And then bringing both hands in front of you. And then sliding one hand down past the hand across the body and twisting a little bit so that your arms are about in the same plane. Just going to pause here, looking over that back hand, and then bringing the hands back together. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And this is something that I do because this is the shoulder of mine that hurts. And what I have found, if I do that same move, I'm bringing my hand back. When I get my hand to the level of my shoulder, I'm going to turn it so that my thumb is down and then bring it back. And I find that that doesn't use the tendons that hurt. So I often do that when we're doing these moves with Jess. If we're doing a move where the hand is coming back, I'll turn it so my thumb is down. All right.
Good one.
Yeah, right. And then coming to a seated posture, we're just going to try to isolate the rib cage. So just moving the rib cage from side to side. So letting your weight stay evenly distributed on the chair. So both of the pelvic bones. And then doing a circle just with the rib cage. So to the side, to the forward, to the other side and back. So when we're keeping our back kind of straight. It's going in the other direction. So really we're just getting this movement in the thoracic spine, sort of the upper part of the back. All right, standing back up again. And this time using the chair as a prop. So with your hands on the seat of the chair, letting your hips come back a little bit. Again, something that we often do with Jess. And just bending one knee and then the other. Just another gentle warm up for the hips, for the pelvis, for especially the back of the pelvis, that sacroiliac joint. Coming to stillness, extending one foot behind you with the toe on the floor, and then just sliding that foot behind the other foot and sort of looking at it over your shoulder. So here just a little twist or a lot of a twist. I mean, it may see what's right for you. Bringing that foot back again, kind of bending one knee and then the other. And then extending the other leg behind you. So on the floor and sliding that behind the leg, letting the knee bend on the leg that's holding the weight over your shoulder. Sort of twisting up here, bringing that foot back to where it was. And then slowly coming back upright. Letting your ears come to balance. Yourself become equal, getting your equilibrium again. And here we're just moving elbow to knee. Again, you're not bending toward it, so you're moving the knee and the elbow. Doesn't matter if they come very near, but you're not trying to bend the body to get there. Same thing with the foot. So hand to foot or in that general area, keeping the back upright. So you're not bending to it. Okay. All right, we are ready to go. And
Are we ready to go? Let's get our heart rate up a little bit, then we'll do some planks. And then we'll superset again. We'll do strength with another strength of the same or similar body part. Okay, so that's the idea. So let's palms together, feet together. Can you see me okay?
Yes, can't see your feet, but everything else is perfect. Yeah, good.
Okay,
It's me.
I'll back up. All right, so we're opening our arms wide, stepping back into the center, and going to the other side. Let your knees kind of absorb the weight, so don't keep them stiff. Get a little bounce in them. You don't have to do a squat, but you want to get deep to target the thighs and the butt muscle. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Let's get the hinge out of the way. I like using this dowel as a kind of a prop to show people the proper alignment of your back. So you know that the hips or imaginary strings are pulling my hips back. You want your back to stay straight as you can, the head touching, the back of your head touching the top, and the rest stay straight. Not a big bend in your knees, just a natural one. And you don't even have to go low. You're gonna feel it right here. So if you feel like you're having trouble with that one, go ahead and do the swimmers with it. If you feel like you're having trouble with that, or it doesn't feel right on your low back or something, try to get something to hold back there to see if your back's staying straight enough. Let's get a couple more. All right, I'm gonna grab the chair behind me. We'll do sit to stand, but we'll also do a front raise with our shoulders. So you're on the edge of the chair, feet are nice and wide. Now think about it before you do it. I want your hands down the middle, straight arms, push through your heels, come up and then around. Back down slow, pop up, right up the middle, overhead and down to the sides. Eyes are forward. Go fast as you're comfortable with. Use this opportunity to get the range of motion in your shoulders. Let it tell you what feels good and what doesn't. I'm going to make this my last. I'll let you finish. And we can move the chair. Let's do a little lunge, little lunges. So we're going to choose a leg. We're going to go forward, sideways, and then back. You don't have to go low. You just want to get these top of your thighs, the front of your thighs, woke up a little bit. Try to keep your eyes forward. So the back should stay straight as you can. Push your toes off the floor so you can pop back up. I like my hands kind of out to the side for balance. At least in the beginning when we're just getting warmed up with what we're doing. I'm going to finish my right leg and then you guys can follow. Heart rate should be going up. Good, got it. Let's do one more. Let's do a push pull and then a butt kick. So arms are out straight, hands are together, pull back, push out while lifting the heel to the butt. So stay up nice and tall, squeeze those shoulder blades on the way back. Try to get your hands back together in the front to feel that squeeze in your chest. Good one for balance. Kind of sink into it like we've been doing. Pull in the belly button. Breathe. 5 more seconds. And time. Let's do some high knees. High knees and what? Let's do high knees and almost like a modified jack. So upper body, you're just making a T. Your legs, you're just raising one at a time, about I don't know, about waist length, if you can make it there. Push off the floor, scrunching in the toes, push and raise. Squeeze those shoulder blades just like you did in the last, nice and tall posture, eyes forward. 5 more seconds. 2, 1. Shake it out. Planks. Can you guys see me okay over here? I just put the table here because I like it better than the chair. Let me just do this real quick. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Feel more stable on this than that dinky chair.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Nice solid plank. I'm rolling on my toes. Everything's lined up. Knee in, neutral, back. Staying on the same leg. Waking up those glutes. Working those lower abs. If you feel yourself sinking, take it in a little bit. We'll get 5 more seconds here and we'll switch legs. Other leg, knee in, heel back. These are the floor crunches and sit-ups alternative. I'm going to finish up after this one. Take your time, not a rush. Let's do an upper body next, okay? So one arm straight to the side, pull elbow back, just like we did with the push-pull. Straighten it back again, and then do your bicep curl. Safely transfer to the other hand. Straight arm, pull back into a row. Straight again, bicep curl. So feel that muscle shorten, feel it ball up. With the row, it's going to be in your upper back, squeezing the shoulder blades. With the curl, it's going to be your bicep. Don't forget about the hips, okay? Everything else is still. Let's get 5 more seconds. See what we can squeeze in. I'm going to finish up here. And then walk it in. All right, we'll do a front leg sweep. So I'm going to take an outside leg, stick it to the outside, and then cross it past the middle. Stay on the same leg. Try to keep your hips steady. That's by tightening the glutes and pulling in your core, tightening your core. And then a little hold. After you pass the middle, flex your foot a little bit and hold it for a second and then bring it out. That works the inside and outside of your hips. I'm going to switch legs. So that's a good tool to prevent falls. Sorry. So when you keep your glutes strong, the inside, outside, front and back of your hips will be steady. You'll be more in control, stable. I'm going to get 2 more. Okay, and walk it in. We can do our plank T-raises next. We'll just roll up to the top, opening up our chest. Arms straight, watching it go back, turning your hips and your shoulders at the same time. Another good one to do in front of the mirror, because then you can kind of correct yourself. But since this is a mindful awareness class, it's good to get at least a feel of something maybe being off with your posture or alignment when you're doing something. If I'm getting hurt. Five more seconds. I'm going to finish here. Walk it in. Let's do fire hydrants next, and then we'll get some water. So fire hydrants, a little bend in one knee. We're going to stay on the same leg. Get out to the side, keep it bent. Imagine a glass of water on your low back. Try to match your breaths with your movement. Try to get them in sync. That will help out your spine, keeping that safe and cushioned, having air in your lungs. 5 more seconds and we'll switch legs. Okay. Let's make this the last, up and down. I'll add one more upper body and then we'll get some water, I promise. Let's do the plank taps. So the same, we're not moving the lower body here. We're gonna get nice and solid right here and just tap to the opposite shoulder. That's great for the upper back of your arm, your triceps. The less you move in a plank, the better, the stronger. We'll finish in 5, 3, 2, and last one. Okay, I'm gonna get some water. Feel free to do the same. So 2 light weights for the first one. I'm going to show you this one facing the wall, not you, okay? Just so you can get the footing. So my feet are together. I'm going to step back and behind. You don't have to go low. You don't have to go into a low lunge, but just a little knee bend. So it's back and behind the opposite heel. Meanwhile, your upper body is doing nice bicep curls, keeping your elbows stuck to your ribs, your rib cage, upper body nice and tall. And this is totally crushing your glutes and your thigh area. Just make sure you're in a safe place and be confident in your steps. It's not a race. You can have a wall nearby. Just a little bend. I'm going to go one more each direction. I'll let you finish where you're at. Ooh. That got the heart rate up. Let's superset that. We can have weights. Let's do the weights for this one. We'll superset that with log jumps, also known as hurdlers. So we're taking a big step, almost doing a high knee and a side squat. Just sinking down into it. So again, I'm staying in a crouch. I'm not doing a lunge, I'm just stepping out to the side. Let's get 5 more seconds, nice and strong, eyes forward, chest out, shoulders back. 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Big breath in through the nose. Okay. You can have some light weights for this one in each hand. And it's just going to be upper body. Let's see if you can see me. All right, hands at home, right in front of your shoulders. Nice and wide for a nice wide base of support. Pop one arm at a time into a shoulder press. Getting your bicep close to your cheek. If this hurts you to go overhead, just do this. It still works the front of your shoulder. You decide. just past halfway, so nice and steady, keeping that wide base of support, spine long and strong. 5 seconds. 3. Last one. Good. That feels good, huh? I'm gonna go lighter weights, and we'll do our L raises. Remember these guys? One goes out to the side and one's in the front. And then we switch to the opposite side. So straight arm to the front, other arm to the side. Still nice wide base of support. Pulling the belly button in, slowly lowering it down. Just past half. We'll finish up in 5. And take a little breather. All right. 2 weights. You can go fairly heavy on this one. You guys I've all seen you guys do this perfectly. It's the hinge and row. So remember the dowel on my back before, the straight bar, down, pull, up, okay? So butt goes back, the weight's on your heels, elbows go behind you, trying to keep that back straight. All right, got the time going. This one always feels good, so sometimes I go a little longer. And I don't want you to rush the movements, so give you guys a few more seconds to get quality repetitions in. Let's make it 10 more seconds. That little squeeze with the elbows behind you works on strength so much. I'm gonna pop up, you guys finish up. I'm gonna go super late on this one. You guys can watch me first. I got my hands together in the middle, and then I'm gonna separate them. Come back to the middle and then go the other direction. So I'm making an X, one line at a time. What it's doing is it's targeting my upper back and my core. So right back to the middle, make it about chin length, chin height, I should say. Spread, stretch, slow, controlled. Good. You want to keep your shoulders as still as you can, so not like this. So keep that core and hips locked and just open it up. 5 more seconds. These are great to do with bands. I said that in the last class. Bands feel so good with this exercise. Okay, get a little breather. I'm gonna put the chair behind me. We're gonna do our sumo squats and we're gonna add a shrug. So these can be kind of heavy too, since it's working big, strong muscle groups. You should be able to see I'm at the edge of the chair. My arms are straight by my side. Feet nice and wide, almost 10 and 2, exaggerated. Stand up, lift the shoulders to the ears, back down, sit, pop up, shrug, say like, I don't know, make that I don't know motion, and then find your groove and go at your own pace. Ooh. This one's good for the back of the upper arm too. It's connected to the shoulder, the main shoulder we're working, so it keeps it stable. Let's get 5 more seconds. We'll do a couple more reps. All right, that feel good? And then you go, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have one weight at my chest for this one. And we're gonna do our forward lunge with a little twist, okay? So we're gonna take a step forward and we're gonna twist over the front leg that's bent. So you can go as low as your body tells you it's okay to. Sink into it a little. Try to keep your shoulders above your hips. Dig those toes into the floor to push off. Good. Keep the weight at your chest. You don't want to strain your back. Let's get 10 more seconds. This feels good. 5. I'll let you guys finish. Yeah, that felt good. And then we'll have a seat. So edge of the chair, leaning back just a little bit. I think you guys like this one too. There's some movements that just make you feel so strong sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I rocked that one. And there's others. All right. So you're gonna have your shoulders over your hips to begin with. The weight starts here, then get your little lean going, okay? Press out to no higher than forehead, okay? Eyeball to forehead. Keeping your elbows close to your rib cage and press straight out. I got one for you. Let's do a knee raise. Let's do a march while we're at it. Oh, Jesse, you went right. All right, just past halfway.
Those are bonus,
Huh?
bonus move.
Yeah, 5 seconds. 3, 2, last one. Weight down, sit up straight, shake it out, take a breath. I'm gonna go real light on these. We're gonna stay in the chair, that's fine. This way we won't hurt our back, because a lot of people make the mistake of leaning too far forward. So we're gonna take away that barrier by stay seated. I want you to lean forward this time. Lock those elbows out behind you and just raise your hand, straightening your arm. Slow and controlled up, a little pause, then bring it back down slow. This is great for the upper back of your arm too. Eyes neutral, should be looking at your feet or the floor. Good to do in front of the mirror, another one, just to see that the elbows are up high enough. But here's what, we gotta relax our necks too, because you can find your shoulders way up inside your ear by scrunching up. So relax the shoulder, just lift the elbow. Let's give 5 more seconds. We'll come back to it second round. You do enough of them and you can feel it for sure. Let's stay in the chair. I'll get a medium-sized weight for this one. Sitting on the edge. Both hands on the sides of the weight, or if you have handles, both sides of the handles. Up, side, up. So no higher than your forehead again. Pause in the middle. Nothing quick about this. I don't want this to be a power move, okay? No matter how comfortable you are with it, you have a weight in your hand and your spine's, a little at risk if you do something fast with a weight in your hand twisting. It's vulnerable, the poor thing. But this kind of stuff will strengthen it for real life when you do have to do something quick and jerky, 5 more seconds. And time. Now we're going to stand up for the last one. This is a power move, or it is what you make of it, I should say. One weight. I'm going to go a little, one weight. You guys that have been here seen this a million times. It's the diagonal chops. So nice and low, bouncy, hands on either side of the weight. Start here. Rip up the middle up to past your ear. Right across the middle, just like those X's that we're doing. sink into it, if you're starting at the left, sink that left leg down, get that power from the floor. Tore up from the floor up. 5 more seconds. When you're ready, go ahead and switch sides. Sorry if you hear my phone ringing. But the other side. So keep the weight up by your chest. You're just making a chop. Terry.
What? Oh,
You're kind of looking like this.
oh, right.
So start here and go right up
Oh, okay.
like a golf swing.
I was doing it with a 4-inch golf club, I guess.
I guess. All right. Go 5 more seconds. And time. Did you feel a difference? I mean, it was kind of like a shoulder, eyeball, hand connection thing. And so
Right.
one part of that was missing on you. I think it was all right, let's grab some water. As long as you're okay, it just kind of looked like it'll made your back vulnerable.
Yeah, no, and I think that it was. I mean, it definitely felt my back felt a lot more stable when I did the movement.
Okay. Everybody all right? Thumbs up. No other fingers, please. Thank you. Hi, Mary. Hi, Proud Mary. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, let's go hard on this one. Nice and strong. We're going to do our curtsy to the queen first with our bicep curl. So I'll face the opposite way so you get the gist. Feet are together. Step back and down a little bit. Doing arm curls, doing your bicep curls. You don't have to go extreme to this, but you should be feeling this right here in the chunk of the meat. So try to keep that upper body tall, eyes forward. Good, just sink into it, perfect. Ones that I see are awesome. Just past halfway. Give you guys a couple extra seconds. 5 seconds. Up nice and tall. You can keep your weights and we'll do our log jumps or our hurdles. So we're going to step up and over. Other leg. Okay, you don't have to go far. It's not like a lunge when you're doing this, right? It's just a little, it's more knee up than out. Shoulder blades back, eyes forward, belly tight. Scrunch your feet into the floor, push off. 10 seconds. 5. I'm gonna finish. I think we should do a leg stretch here, huh? Have a seat, catch your breath. Most of you know what I'm gonna do. Edge of the chair. Tuck that hip forward. Push knee down. If it's comfortable for you, it's okay. Don't force it. Don't force a stretch. There's no point in stretching. If you're gonna do something modified, like get out to here and just, something a little more comfortable, then do that. I'm gonna switch. As sweat is pouring down my whole body. Squish that hip forward. Just a little. We're working right here, guys. Come on up. Now we'll do the upper body. We'll just do the shoulder presses, alternating, right? And then we'll finish off with the L's for the superset. So hands at home. I'm gonna stand this way so you can see how straight my body is. Feet nice and wide. Nothing's gonna knock me over. Pop up, slowly bring down. 2, 3, pop up, 2, 3. Take the time to do that negative. You're gonna build so much strength, I promise. Good, 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 perfect. Let's get 5 more seconds, get a few more good ones in. Boom, last one for me. I'm gonna grab some lighter weights and we'll go into our L raises. So up to the front and out to the side. Let's see if this works out better. Nice and wide, boom. Front, side, switch. Slow again, 2, 3, up, 2, 3. So make that mental note. Get a picture in your mind what you want this movement to look like and feel it, feel into it. Is my back straight? Are my feet scrunching to the floor? Is my tummy tight? Let's do 5 more seconds and we'll get an arm stretch, a shoulder stretch. Okay. Shake, shake, shake. You didn't get out of breath with that one. I like that one. Okay, arms straight out, pull. Try to relax that shoulder. I keep doing it myself. Relax the shoulder and raise the arm as best you can. That way it's all nice and locked into place as should be. Wiggle my fingers, open it up. And switch when you're ready. Relax, pull, wiggle, repeat. I learned that in school. Okay. Let's get our hinge, right, in our row. So I'm gonna go a little bit heavier. This is one of those exercises that make me feel real strong, so I enjoy it. Okay, so my butt's gonna go back, then my elbows go back. I'm gonna straighten it out before I stand up. So make sure that arm is already down before you raise it up. Don't pull mid-row. So again, take your time on the negative, pull back, down, 2, 3, then come up. Down, pull back, 2, 3, stand up, good. Good, perfect, perfect. 5 more seconds. This is my last. Up nice and strong, good, good. We'll do our X's now. Go ahead and grab light weights. I thought I had a band in here to show you what it looks like with the band, but I don't. But imagine you're holding the band close in the center, and then you spread it out. Bring it back to the center, switch. So imagine what your shoulder blades should be doing. Squeeze. Picture how your core should be, tall and strong like a tree. The only moving parts are these little arms, your hips and your feet solid. 5 more seconds. Last one. Good. Let's stretch out our upper back. You can do that on a wall or the chair, like Terry had us do. I bet Terry's probably going to do the chair, huh?
Chair.
No, the back.
Oh,
Yeah, not chest, back. Yep. So I like the wall because I can manipulate my arms a little bit. But whatever you guys think. Oh. Big breath, let your shoulders sink down. Okay. Take your time getting up. That's a level change when your head's below your chest area. It's a level change, so you gotta be on your toes. We're gonna sit for the last 2, okay? We'll get our chest press, and then we'll get our triceps. So edge of the chair, we're all gonna concentrate on the core and upper body here. We're gonna add the marches So weight on your chest, sitting up nice and tall, then lean back. Press and lift. Find your groove, going at your own pace. Bring it back slow, slower than you do pushing out. Get a nice negative there. This will help your planks a lot. Relax the shoulders, keep the elbows close. Breathe. 10 more seconds, this feels good. 5, 3, 2, last one. Okay, bring it to your chest, sit up straight, then put the weight down, okay? Now we're leaning forward. We get our elbows up and back. So lean forward first, get those elbows up second, then straighten your arm third. Keep the elbows up. Try to relax the neck. Let the shoulders sink and the elbows raise. Again, we want our elbows close to our ribs, much like the bicep curl that we do. There will be less stress on the shoulders. Let's go with 5 more seconds. 3, 2, squeeze and lower. Awesome. Let's stay in the chair for this one. That's cool. We'll stretch it out. We haven't done hamstrings yet. So toes up, toe pointed towards the nose. This one's bent. Shoulders over hips, then chest towards knee. This is low as I can go. But if you flex the foot, if you point those toes towards your nose, you're going to get a nice long stretch in the back of your legs, your calves. And that feels good if you do a lot of walking. This is pretty much a must. Gets it all the way up the glutes. We've been working the glutes a lot today. Switch legs. We're almost done now. One more breath. Slowly come up. Awesome. Grab one weight, one medium-sized weight for the middle. And we'll make our A-frames. Okay, so we're going to start on one side. Slow and controlled. Shoulders, hands, and head all move the same. Just making an A. Matching your breaths with the movement. About 5 more seconds, and then we'll do our diagonal chops. And down. I'm going to get one weight. Clear the area to be able to go make our golf swings. So nice and wide in your little crouch. Hands on the ends. You like this first, right up the middle. Sink into it. Draw that line. Powered up. Pushing through the floor. Past the hips, past your abs. Five more seconds. Switch. Let me see, y'all. Yep. Good. As we're working hard. 5 more seconds. 2, 1. Nice. Big breath in. Okay, listen to Terry now.
All right, so these big breaths, keep doing that. Breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Out through pursed lips. Like you're trying to blow out a candle. Actually not blowing it out, just kind of making it flicker. Moving your arms. Moving your legs. Just continuing to move these big muscles. And using the back of the chair. Again, letting your hips come back. Letting your head sink down. Bending your knees. Just slowly bending and straightening the knees, bending one knee and then the other. Coming to stillness and pressing the hands down on the back of the chair. Pressing down, this really helps to release the shoulders. Bringing one foot forward, leaving that back foot with the heel down and bending that front knee, sort of straightening the back up and just feeling this stretch on the back of the leg. So like we did sitting down, you know, feeling this in your calf, your hamstrings. Once again, bringing the hips back, bringing both feet back. Moving the knees a little bit. Stillness, pressing down with your hands. Bringing the other foot forward, bending that knee. Keeping the heel on the back foot down or as close to the floor as you can. Continuing to press down a little bit with your hands. And then bringing that back foot up. Just moving your arms, your shoulders, your hips. All right, and then coming on back